All right. Hello, everyone. How are you today? I want to welcome you to Get Epic Reading Results with Epic.com. Coming to you live here from Club Hill Elementary. My name is Julianne Drummond, and I'm a third grade teacher at Club Hill Elementary. I teach reading, writing, and social studies. Um, I, we're looking at a website today that I have fully enjoyed using with my students, and I wanted to share with you all. I found that it is extremely beneficial to engaging our students in reading. Using technology and being able to combine that with reading has been such a benefit. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you to my presentation here and introduce myself a little bit more, tell you more about myself. All right. Here we are. Okay, so get Epic reading results with Epic. Again, my name is Julianne Drummond. This is the logo, of course, for Epic. A little bit about me. I've been teaching 7 years now. I am currently a third grade reading, writing, and social studies teacher at Club Hill Elementary. I have previously taught fifth, kinder, pre-K, and first, so I've been a little bit all over the place, which has been fun for me, but it's also given me a nice background knowledge of what each level needs and kind of what some good resources are for each level. I'm currently getting my master's degree in educational technology and library science, so I'm trying to find new technological resources that I can use all the time to share with my kids and my team because honestly, my kids are never more engaged than they are when they have technology in front of them. How can Epic help me? Well, first of all, Epic is going to be a wonderful resource to use in stations. At all levels, especially elementary, Epic is a resource aimed more at elementary. It is one that can be used in stations or as a part of the balanced literacy program. It allows you to differentiate and diversify based on student needs and levels. The students are able to choose books based on their level, and they are able to choose interests that really are something that they want to learn more about. It combines reading and technology, which we all know is a win win situation. It incorporates student choice, again, getting to choose what they want to read, and it will fit into the balanced literacy approach and your daily five, which is, of course, you can either use the listening to read, Epic can help with that, or it can be one where they are reading independently. So let's look a little bit at what Epic is. Epic is a digital learning library of over 25,000 books, learning videos, quizzes, and more. We're about to go to that website and I'll, of course, show you what it looks like. We've got what is the best part of Epic? It is free for educators. Free stuff is always a favorite as an educator. It does cost money for parents, which we will look at, but for teachers, it is free, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing. And again, they provide it free for educators. So, some benefits of using Epic for teachers. Teachers, you will be able to create student accounts for your students. They will have individual accounts where it will look at, it will ask them what their interests are so they can tailor it to each student. You can track the amount of minutes students have spent reading with the program. You can track what text students have been reading, so you can make sure that they're reading what you may have assigned or what you would prefer. Teachers can assign text. You can assign assignments to them. You can create quizzes for students to complete. And again, we're going to look at all of that in just a moment. Benefits for students. Students can choose between various different types of books. There are some that will read the book to them. There are some that are audiobooks where the students can just listen to the books. There are ebooks where there is no sound, but the students are able to flip through the books. And then there are, of course, learning videos. We have, you may search books by topic, level, interest, or collection. You can take quizzes to show understanding. That can be a quiz that you have created, or there are quizzes available for the students to take individually. And again, they get to choose books that they want to read, which we all know the way to get our students reading more is to get them to read books that they want to read. So let's go ahead and take a look at Epic. If you would, feel free to follow along with me. If you'd like to open your browser, it's www.getepic.com. If not, you can follow along as I get Epic. It's taking a moment to load. So when you go to getepic.com, you come to the home screen and you've got some options. You have parents, educators, gifts, get started, sign in. Of course, if you've already made an account, then you're going to choose the sign in option. For us, we have not made an account. I know that it says join free for 30 days. It is free for educators always, though, as of right now. You can learn a little bit about it. Epic is the leading digital library for kids under 12. You can take a look at popular. They've got it sorted by age, award winners. They do have Spanish resources, which is a wonderful thing because a lot of the time we have great resources that are not available in Spanish. We have Nurture Love of Reading, and then of course they advertise they do have an app which works online and offline, which is a wonderful thing. But I'm going to take you back up to the top and we're going to go look at the educators page. Now, not only does Epic have a wonderful library full of thousands of books for the students, Epic has wonderful resources for educators. Before we sign up, I want to go ahead and show you what some of those resources are. If we look down, or if we scroll down a bit, again, they're advertising, but then we come to educator resources, which has been a wonderful, wonderful thing for us. I will tell you that by signing up with Epic, I did receive resources in the mail. They did send me parent letters. I did not have to print them out. They sent me parent letters in color to send home, advertising it for parents to have subscriptions at home. They do give presentations available for your use if you want to present Epic to your parents and show them what it's about. They do have classroom reading challenges you can complete with your students. There are tutorials that help educators, of course, if they're struggling with using a certain part of Epic, but I want to go ahead and see all resources. And again, there's a set of video tutorials, which are very helpful for those that may not know, how to set it up. And we'll look at that one in just a moment. We've got a quick start guide. We've got presentation to present to your school if you'd like, or presentation to present to your families if you have a family night. I do want to go back because I just realized I would like to show you the video, just kind of showing you what Epic is about. So let me go ahead and do that.
Epic is an award-winning digital library for kids 12 and under. Once on Epic, your child will unlock a world of reading, learning, and discovery, getting instant, unlimited access to more than 25,000 high-quality books, videos, and so much more. Kids on Epic get to explore their interests in a safe, kid-friendly environment with no ads or in-app purchases. Epic's vast library features thousands of books, read-to-me and audiobooks, and learning videos. From animals and DIY to award-winning literature, STEM, and everything in between. Epic is personalized for your child, so they get recommendations based on their interests and evolving reading level. Got a future artist at home? A Lego fanatic? Or maybe a science lover? Kids love to choose what they read and watch, and with our constantly growing library, the possibilities are endless. To reinforce their learning, kids can take fun quizzes to test their knowledge and earn badges and rewards, so parents can track their progress and kids can feel proud of how much they've learned. Kids can easily and safely access Epic anytime, anywhere, online or off. It's an entire digital library of knowledge and fun at their fingertips, and it's just one click away. Discover why millions of kids love reading on Epic. Start your free trial today.
Okay, and I'm going to take you back to the educators page because there is also one that will tell you a little bit about signing up, and that's what we will do in just a moment, is practice the sign up part of it. It will, whenever you do sign up, you would sign up with your educator account, of course, but then it allows you to pick favorite subjects for your classroom, and also allows you to tailor it to the needs of your students. So let's take a look at that for one moment. Just a quick video.
Hi, I'm Allison. Epic is the premier content and learning platform for kids. We built Epic to level the learning playing field, which is why it's free for school teachers and librarians. Today, I'll be showing you how to create your free educator account. Start by visiting www.getepic.com and clicking Educators on the top of the screen. Next, click Get Started and click Get Started once more. Here, you'll be able to log in with your Google Classroom account or manually enter in your information so we can begin to set up your Epic account for you. Once you've done this, you can select Let's Read. Here, you'll be asked to select a few of the subjects that interest you. This is so we can begin to make recommendations based on these subjects. You can always edit these later. Once this is done, you'll be inside of your Epic account and you can start reading. Be sure to make note of your classroom code to share with students so that they can sign in. Your classroom code can be found on your teacher dashboard or in the top right-hand corner when you sign up.
All right, so now I want to go ahead and take you to where we would be able to set that account up. So what I would like to do is go ahead and sign in. I know that you may not have an account. Mine automatically pops up because I do. If you don't have an account, then of course you would click sign up now. And it will ask you if you are an educator, and you are able to, of course, tell them yes. I'm not able to go through those steps with you right now simply because I do already have an account. But if you do have questions on how to sign up, I would be glad to help you with that, and I will post my contact information towards the end of the presentation. But as of right now, I just kind of want to go ahead and show you what it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to sign in with my account. It is my school account. As you saw, you are able to sign in using a Google Classroom account, and you are able to import your students into that account if you would like to. That way you don't have to manually input them. It is up to you. But I am going to go ahead and sign in. And when you sign in, it will come up with a dashboard. Mine will be obviously this is me, Miss Drummond, but it also comes up with all of my students that I have in my classroom. They have avatars each, of course. I'm going to show you what the teacher account looks like, and then just in a moment, I'll show you what the student account looks like. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and go to my teacher account and put in my password. I'm on my way to becoming an EPIC certified teacher, as you saw. This is what the EPIC dashboard looks like. So this is what it looks like for teachers, and the students' dashboard is very similar to this as well. You have featured collections, you have recommendations based upon the interest that you chose. You have learning videos, which the students, of course, can watch on their own, or if you would like to watch them with them, you may. A lot of them are science-based, great resources, history as well. We have community collections. So let's say we're looking for technology, nonfiction, or something related to a certain subject within social studies, like the colonies. You can choose a collection and they have the text set up for you. You have recommended read to me, as I stated before. You have different categories. There's read to me, there are audiobooks, there are quizzes, and then there are regular picks that are just ebooks for the students. And I'm going to show you the difference between those as well. The read to me books for students are going to actually read the books to them. So let's say The Dragon and the Phoenix. Oops, sorry. Okay, we'll go with I Love to Sing. If you choose that, then it will come up and it will actually read the words to the students.
I love to sing. By Anne Matheson. Illustrated by David Cutting. Every morning, Emily wakes up, jumps out of bed, looks in the mirror, and sings.
All right, that would be an example of read to me. There are audiobooks as well. Here's the Boxcar Children, or if you even have it Nancy Drew available as well. And instead of it having the words in front of them, this of course is just an ebook that will begin reading to them. Or I'm sorry, an audiobook. Excuse me, sorry, that was loud. An audiobook that begins reading to them. You have quizzes that students may go in and test what they've been reading about. Again, collections. You have recommended then for students as well, and then articles. So teacher options, you have your teacher dashboard. And if I go to my teacher dashboard, I'm able to see that I have profiles available. I can check my students and see when they last logged in. I'm able to look at their activity. Oops. And I can see what they've been reading, how much they've been reading, if they've earned badges. Quizzes would be quizzes that you make up or have made up to assign to your students. And of course, then you would create the quiz. Then you also have assignments and you can assign books to your students. If you'll look, there's also search. Search is a very useful tool. You can search by words, or topics, excuse me. So like right now, winter or Christmas would be quite popular. You have an advanced search where you can look at it by age, Lexile, or AR level, which is very beneficial to us reading teachers. Of course, we can look at age. And then if you would like to select between fiction or nonfiction, that's an option as well. Browse will take you back to that dashboard where you're able to just kind of look through it and browse, which happen to be my students' favorite things to do. And then my library would be any books that you have favorited and added to your library to go back and see. You do have the more option where you can go to the dashboard, of course. Right now, I'm going to go ahead and switch profiles just because I'd like to show you the difference between the teacher and the student profile. And I'm going to choose, I'm just going to go ahead and we'll go with Eric today. So this would be the student view. As you can see, not a lot different than the teacher view. Okay, they still have featured collections, which wonderful vocabulary, which our district has for the students as well. Recommended for Eric would be these options. Read to me. Then we have learning videos. And again, the recommended is based on what he has chosen or decided when signing in that he would want to read about. So it lets them choose between things like sports or nature or math or science. And they can select as many of the categories as they want. We have audiobooks again, recommended quizzes. So he's quite the sports guy. And then we have collections, videos, funny. Kids love those. And then more recommended likes. He is able to, again, search. Looks a lot similar to the teacher dashboard. He is able to search. We are able to, he can have his own library again too, where he gets to choose favorites, or you can look at recent books that he has chosen to read. Mailbox would be assignments from me, his teacher. I tend to let the kids do more of free choice on Epic just because I think it's so important for the kids to get to choose books that they really want to read about. But I have assigned If we're looking at something like main idea, I'm able to find a text that would fit in well with that and then assign it to my students. And then again, we have the more option where we're able to switch. I can look at his reading log and see how much he has read. Um, his actual account looks a little bit different than the teacher's. It tells how much he has read, the achievements that he has, and then his activity on here, which he hasn't been on here in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to my original presentation, just to kind of reiterate some ways that you would be able to incorporate EPIC into your classroom. Again, this is part of the presentation that EPIC provides to teachers to, if you would like to go back and present this to your own staff, or if you would like to go back and introduce it to your parents. Um, these are some ideas on how it can be used in your classroom, and that would be independent reading, which is what I tend to use this for. Again, it's a great way to incorporate that technology into the independent reading. Group reading, leveled reading groups. It is nice that you can search by the group, or excuse me, by the level of the book. And then Daily 5, if your school is implementing the Daily 5 program, this will be a great component for the listen to reading. You're able to hear the authors or hear the people reading the books. I like that y'all put the read to me. Yes, thank goodness for that. That is necessary. Using EPIC in your classroom. Again, read aloud books. It's great to expose the students to different expression and annotation. It's great for the listen to reading step. Some more ideas. Whole class reading. I know that we're very familiar with Tumble books, and that has been a resource that the district has used quite a bit, and especially with the whole group setting. This is another resource where you are able to do the read to me option and read it with your class, or even the ebook option and have your students read it with you. We have the whole class reading. All students read and discuss the same book. That is an option. Small group. Students in your small group could be on the iPad reading a certain level or something of their interest. Free reading. That is what I tend to use EPIC for, is that independent reading time, or if I'm able to use a technology station to incorporate that reading. Research. If you're doing a research project, they can search by the topic and it'll come up with books that would be appropriate for them, and fit in with what they are searching for. Again, this is a wonderful free resource for educators. This is my contact information, and I would be more than happy to help in any way for anyone who would need help either logging into Get Epic, signing up for it, anyone who wants more ideas on how to incorporate Epic into your classroom. I'm, of course, not necessarily an expert, but I am someone who has used it quite a bit with my students and absolutely think that it is beneficial. And let me tell you how much the kids love it. The first day I showed it to them, they thought it was the coolest thing that they got to find books that they wanted to read on there. It does have popular, I know we didn't look at all of that, but it does have popular series like Big Nate for the older kids. It does have Boxcar Children, Nancy Drew. It does not have Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which was the first thing my students ask. But in Big Nate, I tell them is quite similar to it. And there really does seem to be something on there for everyone to enjoy. This right here down at the bottom, I did do a shortened CPE link that will take you to the same one. Oh, and thank you, Kelsey also posted that. But that is my contact information. If you need any help with any of it, please feel free to contact me. And if not, I appreciate you joining me today with Get Epic Results with Epic Reading. Again, any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you all so much.